Hey, it's James here from the Wellbeing Gym. Today we are talking about a beautiful, simple model for the brain from a book called The Chimp Paradox by Steve Peters. Really great book, recommend reading it. And when I say it's a simple model, I really mean that it's overly simplified, but in that simplicity, that is the beauty of it, because we can understand it and we can actually use it every day. So I'm going to talk about the three parts of the brain that Steve refers to in the book. The first part is the limbic system, which is called our chimp. So the chimp is one of the oldest parts of the brain. It's the part that receives all external triggers, figures out are we in danger, and it's where the fight, flight, or freeze response lies. So it decides, am I in danger? Shuts down all non-essential activities and responds automatically really quickly. So you have a reaction that's super quick, and it's 5 times faster than the frontal cortex. Its job is to keep you alive and to warn you of when you are in danger. It's your survival instinct. The weaknesses of the limbic system are that it's emotional, it's greedy, it's ego driven, it wants safety, it wants comfort, it wants to be validated, and often if we act according only to our chimp, then we may feel a sense of regret afterwards. The second part is a newer part of your brain towards the front called the frontal cortex, and it's referred to in the book as the human part. This is where all of your rational thought, your empathy, and where learning occurs. So this is your executive decision-making part of your brain. And for most scenarios, you want this part of your brain to be in charge. Obviously, it's slower, 5 times slower than your reactions. But this is where your ability to respond, your responsibility, lies in your frontal cortex. And the third part, the parietal, is your computer. Now the computer is 20 times faster than the human, 4 times faster than the chimp. It doesn't really have an opinion, just provides information. It's where all your old habits, all your old beliefs, and all of the things that you've practiced over time live. They can either be good for you or they can be bad for you, but whether they're good or bad depends on how the chimp and the human use the information that you have. So neuroplasticity tells us that we can change how our brain is structured. We can create new habits and change old beliefs that we have over time. Why is this so important right now? I think it's a beautiful model to understand what's going on when massive changes happen. Our chimp starts to feel insecure. We're outside our area of the jungle. We want safety, we want security, we want structure, we want the things that we're used to. When we're not getting them, the chimp is jumping up and down. Really good to understand that. Don't ignore those feelings, don't ignore those signals. They can be useful, and if you ignore them, then your chimp will stop sending them to you, or you won't recognize them. So they will keep you alive and they're useful, but for most scenarios, the human in you needs to acknowledge those feelings and decide, okay, how am I going to use those feelings usefully? So the key message for this video is, we all have a chimp, we should partner with it. The chimp should stay in the passenger seat and the human should drive the car. Another thing to remember is everyone has a chimp, so sometimes when you have run-ins or conflicts with people, maybe you might remember that that's your chimp and their chimp and it's not the real person. So have a good one. I hope you enjoyed that talk. Cheers.